Hey guys, the Goose here, back to my MCSG, and today we're playing on the lawsuit, and I actually do have a topic to talk about today, which is MCSG related, so it's been a while, but yeah, if you haven't heard, which I don't blame you, it's not like I publicly really announced it, but person behind me, this will be the third game in a row I will be fisted or killed to death of spawn. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah, I felt as it was kind of time for me to leave Apex. And if you didn't know, I have been in Apex AU, I was in for about a year and a half, which is quite a long time. The clan is coming up to its 2-year anniversary. And that's a ridiculous amount of time. And I don't know, I felt like it was time for me to go, like, let other people kind of have the same opportunities as I did. I'm not sure if they will, but it would definitely leave room for more people to do more things in the clan. And I don't know, I just at the end there, I felt kind of, I felt kind of bad just because of some things I did, and I wasn't enjoying it as much because I've been in so many clan battles, so I know everything that's basically going to happen. There's going to be, there's going to be different problems that happen, all that stuff, different scenarios, whatever. But, they kind of revolve around the same stuff each time, and the battles are going to be the same. And so I did that for quite a while, and I thought, it was just kind of time for me to stop doing this clan stuff. It's not really productive use of my time anymore. Yeah, so the only reason I really play MCSG now is going to be record if, or if I want to just play a couple games, but, the stat reset thing was too late for me. I gave up on MCSG, because it didn't happen fast enough. It was promised earlier, that's the reason. I'm not, like, a impatient, well, I might be impatient. I'm not impatient, but, when, like, you feel like something's going to come a lot earlier, and then, there's just no word of it at all. For a couple months, you kind of just give up on the dream, and it got to that stage where MCSG, it was just, it seemed kind of pointless, because I don't want to play on this anymore. Why would I? Life's incomplete without stat reset. But it took so long for the stat reset that I just kind of gave up on it, and on MCSG, and, yeah, I'm not sure where this started, this topic. Oh yeah, just me playing MCSG in general. But yeah, I probably won't be playing it too much, just whenever I need to record. Yeah, so I left the clan, and although it might seem pretty stupid, I learned quite a lot of things about myself and just people in general, from being in the clan, even though it's a game of Minecraft, you're not gonna, it's not life-changing, but it did definitely teach me quite a few things, on, just how to act and who I am as a person, I guess, and one of those things is that I am, like, really, I'm not a manipulative person. Like, I can manipulate people, I can do it, but I hate it. I hate it a lot. I don't want to do it. And so I don't do it. But I kind of learned that during the clan stuff, like, just talking to other people, like, I did it, like, once or twice, but I would feel, like, immediately guilty after it if I ever manipulated someone, and I have to go back on whatever I said and all this stuff, and so I hate manipulating people, and I hate if I'm intentionally doing something and I know it's bad. Like, I rarely do that. Like, the only other time I remember in my memory me doing something, like, bad to someone on purpose was this one time, which is, like, this year. I was in a limousine, and it was my friend's 16th birthday, and wow, this person is really close to me. Anyway, and it was his 16th birthday, and I had, like, I moved to a position, like, later in the ride where I could, like, control the music and stuff like that, and I think I turned the music up because the drop was about to start, like, not too much, but just a little bit, and I could see one of the girls there, and they had their, like, hand over their ear or something, and, like, when I turned it up a bit loud, and I saw them do that, and then I just kind of, I don't know, I ignored the fact that I saw someone, like, uncomfortable, and I don't do that. Like, I can't, like, stand someone being at fault or hurting because of me. I hate it. I can't do it. And yeah, and I ignored that. I don't know. Just for, like, I don't know, 10 seconds. I don't turn the music down. But for, like, a moment there, I enjoyed myself with, like, at the harm or whatever at others, and I like even something as small as that. I remember it so clearly in my mind, and I hate it. And just kind of being in the clan as well, I've kind of realized that I'm not a manipulative person, and I hate, you know, being the cause or not being able to help someone when they're in pain or something like that. Sorry, my voice is like getting all choked up. But yeah, that's kind of that. I don't chase anymore. It's great. Yeah, I kind of like learned that a bit from being in the clan scene and all that stuff. Something else that I learned is like also this is not just from clan stuff, but like reevaluating when I was like leaving, like, oh, what have I learned, what all this stuff when I was like thinking of leaving. I kind of learned that I am like not a self-driven person. Like I have a couple of things for this. One of them being the only time in my life I've done like sports that aren't team based was when I did tennis when I was a bit younger, and I was like atrocious at tennis. I was seriously the worst player at my club. And then the other time is I did surfing, and I did that for like 4 years, and I should have been a lot better for 4 years. I was okay, but I should have been a lot better than I was. This was when I was younger though, so sorry, my voice is like giving out in this video. Damn it, emotion. Yeah, that's that, and that's kind of in my life stuff that it's just been me. And if I needed to improve, it was my personal thing. And yeah, I the other times, I've done team sports. I've been fantastic. Well, oh my God, can I not hear anyone? Please, please, please. No. Friendship is the best ship. Okay, please, just I don't want to fight. Never again. Anyway, yeah, and the other times in my life, well, that's the only times I've done like self things. And then any team sports, I did hockey when I was younger. I was pretty good at hockey. I did soccer, and I was alright at soccer, not because I would be the stand-up player, but because I was very good at like teamwork. And also, what else have I done? When I did AFL, I was like, really good at AFL. Touch in year 7, like after high school, my physical ability just plummeted down. But touch, like before that, I was good at it just because I was a team player. And yeah, I just kind of like over the years recognized that I'm not someone to be the star player. I'm someone to help the team, just kind of be a team player. And I feel like that kind of can apply to future jobs. Like even though I have no clue what I want to do for a job, it does give me like a nice feeling in my stomach knowing that I know kind of something about my future that I want. Please! Oh no! Please! I like your face! And no. Apparently compliments just don't work when trying to get people to just not kill you. But we're gonna go into a next game here. We're just gonna continue on talking. What was I talking about? And so when I do team stuff, and it does comfort me quite a bit that even though I know nothing about my future job, what I want to do, anything like that, it's nice to know that I kind of know the position or something like that that I want to be at. Like when I first was chosen to be leader, which was like 4 months into the clan, I'm switching back and forth from real life to the clan stuff, awesome. But when I first given leader, I had like no clue what to do at all. I did want to be leader. There was that thing of me wanting to be a leader, but I didn't know what I was doing. And I had Crow and Flock to learn off, and I did, and I became a really good leader in my opinion. And I did learn quite a few stuff about that, and I feel it's nice to know that if I am passionate about something, that I can lead a group now. That might sound really weird, and it's obviously going to be a lot different in real life leading people when they're right in front of you, but I learned a lot of stuff, like a lot of skills just from doing that. And that's even though I kind of went off a bit there, I learned from just life experience and just kind of evaluating my clan stuff that I'm not really a self-driven person, rather a teamwork person, and that if I'm in a team with someone, I will try my hardest. I will do what it needs to be done to benefit that team. But on my own, I'm not as good at it. And it's not the best for school. For school, I know I have to do something, but unless I really like it, I won't be putting my everything into it. But if I'm in a team and it's school something, I'll be putting maybe not my everything into it, but even if I don't care too much for it, I will be putting a lot of effort into it. Icarus Fallen, cool. We're going Emerald. That's the only place I know on the map after it. I think there's still Diamond's fine, but the only place I really want to go after the changing of this map for some reason. I don't know why. It didn't seem very necessary, but okay. But yeah, so I've gone on manipulation, kind of like just human emotion. Oh yeah, I know what I can talk about next. The other thing I've learned just from MCSG in general, not really, just not really the clan stuff, but the clan stuff a bit, is that, actually no, the clan stuff a lot as well, but there's a lot of people going this way. Redstone, gold, look bad. Redstone, perfect. No, okay, anyway, sorry, I'm like not speaking well. But anyway, sorry, just that when I see that stuff now, it's just like, okay, and it's kind of going on what I'm talking about now. But I've kind of realized over playing this game for so long, that at the start of it, and especially when I started getting into the clan stuff, I hated people, and it wasn't even hate if I look back on it, but I would say that I hate people, and that I really just didn't want to be around that person. I just hated them, and I feel like that's thrown around a lot, at least by me, and at least by a lot like younger people. Like I was 13, 14. Like I'm turning 16 in, I don't know, 4 days or something. I don't know. Yeah, 4 days from when I'm recording this. And I, tier 2, cool. But yeah, I really, back in 2013, and 14, I would really hate people. Maybe not hate, but I would really not like people. And that's over the internet. People are gonna cause you distress. They're gonna cause you freaking, like, emotional and stress, both in real life and, in games, which probably sounds pretty stupid, but people are going to cause you stress, and they're going to cause you to dislike them. And I want to say that I dislike people now rather than hate, because hate is such a strong emotion if you can, like, really understand it. And I feel like you can only really understand hate if you've ever been through it, or if you can understand the opposite of that, which is love, and, like, truly understand that. And, I understand that very, very clearly. And I realized that I don't hate these people because they're rude to me in game or whatever. I don't hate them. I just dislike them, and I shouldn't associate myself with them. And there's gonna be those people in MCSG. Like, literally, there's gonna be those people. There's literally those people about a week ago. Yeah, shut up. But, there's gonna be those people who just are there to annoy you, like, intentionally. Okay, they can do whatever they want, but another tier 2. Also, this isn't even a bad route. You might want to rewatch the video and learn it yourself, because it was 2 tier 2s and no one goes here. It's not that bad. But yeah, if you hate, like, think about it now. If you're playing MCSG regularly, or any game, as a matter of fact, if you, like, actively say that you hate people, just think, do you actually hate those people? Like, there's people in MCSG that I dislike because their main purpose of existing is, like, to annoy others. Like, no, stop it. I get that we're all playing video games, but you're spending, like, your time even worse by bringing, like, a bunch of negativity, words, don't need them, but bringing, like, a bunch of negativity to it. So I dislike a couple people on MCSG, but definitely the number of people I dislike or hate, as I used to say, has gone down, like, dramatically. Just, a lot of people have left, but I really don't care anymore. But there are going to be those people who, are very negative, in, like, both real life and online, and I've kind of learnt through the clan that I just need to not say anything to them. And yeah, if you were a part of the AU part, you'd usually say that Apex was the most respectable clan. I don't care if you hate Apex, if you think we're, I don't know, whatever you think we are, I don't care, but you can say that we are the most respectable clan. I'm sorry if you can't. Alright, but in terms of not, like, starting stuff, sorry, hold on. Oh, I misprinted into that. But in terms of not starting stuff and just being, like, rude, I guess, I don't know, it'd be hard to deny that. I'm sorry, I keep referring to myself as being in the clan. I only left a couple days ago, so I'm not, like, familiar with not saying that I'm in the clan. This guy did not do very well for himself just running away here. But yeah, definitely the most respectable clan in AU. I don't know any US clans, so I don't know about that. But yeah, we will Crow and Flock, and I, once I got into it, would drill that into a member's head. Don't say anything, be respectful, because we weren't overall, we weren't the best clan. Phoenix did beat us in the end, and I can say now, like, I'm not even in the clan, and I could when I was in the clan, that Phoenix were the better clan in terms of PvP. But we always kept that mindset of being the most respectable clan, and I think to this day, Apex is still the most respectable clan in terms of the AU pool. But yeah, it kind of taught me, by being a leader of there and in the clan as well, that you just really, there's going to be people in your life that are going to suck, and some of them are going to suck on purpose just to make your life worse. But honestly, it's not about ignoring, it's just not even acknowledging. And I know that sounds like you're high and mighty and stuff, but if there's like the negativity and like the purposeful negativity negativity from people, you just don't even acknowledge them. It's kind of as simple as that. And yeah, I don't know. I just from being in a clan and just seeing that to be respectful, you just don't even acknowledge that they're talking crap about you or whatever. You just kind of accept it, and then you move on. That's really it. And there's gonna be, like, I remember one time I was targeted off spawn, and like the guy died a bit later. I was waiting in the game till he died, and he did. And I asked him, why did you target me off spawn? Because it was like blatantly obvious. I was running for about 5 minutes or something like that. I don't know. It was a while ago. And he said to me that, oh, your voice is annoying. So I said back, or at least I thought in my head. I'm not sure. Like, it was long ago. But I said, or thought back, you targeted me because you thought my voice is annoying. And I know my voice is not like the girliest voice, and it is not the manliest voice. I would hope it's not manly. It's kind of in between, so it's either, hey, 12-year-old boy, or it's a girl. And I always get them mixed up in CSGO. Like, I'm always told I'm a squeaker, and like, yeah. And I feel as like a girl in any game, I know this is going off topic, but a girl in any game, you kind of have to state that you're a girl, or at least me. And I've seen, like, a couple other girls do this as well, that they will, like, literally state that they're a girl, just, you know, to tell everyone. Even if no one accuses them of being squeaker or anything, they'll subtly, or not subtly, dependent on how good they are, to bring up they're a girl. I don't know, I just thought I'd tell that anyway, but I kind of stopped doing that, and then people have been calling me a squeaker, but, yeah, I don't know, it kind of seems odd to just state that you're a girl. No one else has to state they're a guy, we have to state they're a girl. Quality words, don't need them. But, anyway, I'm not sure what I'm rambling on about in this part of the video anyway, but thing that I was trying to say is that don't hate people on MCSG. There's going to be jerks, there's going to be people who purposefully try and bring you down. Just, you can dislike people and just don't acknowledge them, and just kind of just ignore them, and don't acknowledge what they're saying to you, because it's pretty stupid for the most part. There's people who have like legitimate criticisms, and they're the only things that, you know, like, they're like, oh, no, what? Please don't say that. My eyes are offended by those words. And then there's people who are like, oh, dumb bitch, what you doing on the internet? Get off. And then there's people when I was in Apex, and yeah, I can still see it now. There's people who aren't even in Apex, but just randoms in the community, and I'd rather not lag out, like a solid no for the lag out. But anyway, and there's people who, you know, they make jokes or they say stuff about Apex, and I'm just like, okay, and if it's like legitimate criticism, I would take it on, but if it was like literally just hate for no reason, just because hating, why not, then I would just ignore it. And back maybe a year ago, I would not, I would take it personally, or I would like be like, oh no, what, no, and I'd argue back, you know, I would do this stuff. But now, you know, I can kind of reason with myself, and be like, hey, no, why do you even have a keyboard? Just please tell your mum to take the keyboard away from you. You do not need it in your hands. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. I think it's kind of most of the stuff that I've kind of learnt about myself. This isn't, like, I could never start a clan and keep a clan going by myself, because like I said, I'm not a self-driven person, I'm more of a team person. And I think that was good that there was Crow and Flock being leaders as well, because if it was just me owning the clan, it would not exist for very long. Yeah, also the texture pack I'm using right now, I put it together today. I don't know, it kind of sucks, it's kind of okay. it's just a faithful kind of edit. I don't know how I feel about it, but sorry about that. Had to cough, sneeze. Love it. But yeah, I think that's that. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I thought this kind of end the video, but we actually had to go into 2 games. But let's see if we can find anyone in corn. But I am lagging, and I hate so much how I can't see what my ping is with the X's and 1.8. You suck, 1.8. Like, can I just publicly state that you are terrible, 1.8? I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, 1.8. I didn't mean it, but damn, 1.8, you should not have existed. I think the next up... Oh god, I'm really good at this game. Okay, guys, that's the end of this episode. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please leave a like, and comment down below if you have been a part of any, like, clan scene, if it's kind of, like, taught you anything about yourself, or just kind of how to act around people or whatever. Sorry if this video is a bit long. I know a lot of people aren't going to watch this, or they might not want to watch it just because it was kind of me just talking the entire time. But, yeah, that's it. And, bye!